Silver and gold have had quite a run this year. Today we're pleased to be joined in studio by Brad Cook. Brad is the founder and CEO of Endeavour Silver. Endeavour trades under the symbol EDR on the Toronto Stock Exchange and the symbol EXK on the New York Stock Exchange.
Silver and gold have had quite a run in recent months. So the most common questions I'm getting from shareholders recently are what's next for gold and silver and where are we in the precious metal cycle? Safe to say that it's early days yet. If we look at the US dollar prices for gold and silver, they effectively double bottomed in December of 2018. So one could say that was the start of this cycle. But interestingly enough, the silver gold ratio didn't peak until the March panic of this year. And so one could also argue that this cycle didn't even start until April of this year. In any case, since the March panic, we've seen gold make a new all-time high. And even though it took silver 3 or more months to recover what it lost in the March panic, it's now making new multi-year highs, not all-time highs, as we move through the end of summer here, 2020. So I think it's early days yet. I think there's still some years to run in this cycle. And what are the main drivers behind silver and gold going forward? Clearly, we look to gold first. We're in a monetary cycle. Gold is basically has a history as money and nothing else. Wherever gold goes, silver follows. That's why it's called the poor man's gold. And with gold making new all-time highs, it's pretty clear that we're into new territory. And it's driven primarily by the massive amount of intervention by central bankers worldwide to fight the COVID pandemic. Now, we're not talking about billions of dollars. We're talking about trillions of dollars of new money being minted this year. And of course, the more fiat currency in circulation, the more it takes to buy an ounce of gold. That's the monetary thesis. Wherever gold goes, silver follows. It also has been a monetary metal. The American silver dollar, the Mexican silver peso, the Chinese silver yuan. So silver has this history as money, and yet there are many other drivers behind the price of silver. In fact, during the last 7-year bear market, we got quite used to mine supply being balanced by manufacturing demand because investors basically vacated the space for several years. The re-emergence of investment demand in silver is what's really driven the silver price this year. Because with mine supply balanced by manufacturing demand, there is no silver for investors and the price has to rise higher to equilibrate the market. So those are the main drivers in this part of the cycle. Moving on to Endeavour Silver, how do we separate ourselves from the pack of silver mining companies? Well, I think there's 4 main catalysts that I think offer great value to Endeavour shareholders. First and foremost, we've come from a place of high operating costs a couple of years ago, and now through operating turnarounds, we've had almost a year of falling operating costs at a time when the metal prices are rising. So it's an almost perfect storm for Endeavour Silver. Our cash flow is getting a benefit from falling costs and rising prices. Secondly, we have the best organic growth profile in the entire sector with not 1 but 2 new high-grade silver gold discoveries in Mexico in the development pipeline. Terronera, our next core asset, is actually already permitted and ready to build. We are in the middle of doing a feasibility study there. It'll take another year and about $1.5 million, but the result of that should be, we hope, a production decision to build our next core asset. With our guidance of 6 to 7 million ounces of silver and equivalent production this year, Terronera coming on at 6 to 7 million ounces will effectively double our production and half our costs. Thirdly, exploration to extend the mine lives and make new world-class discoveries. We're very actively drilling each of our mine sites in Mexico, as well as restarting drilling at our Terronera development site. And we have 3 world-class assets, world-class prospects in Chile, one of which we're going to be drilling here in the 4th quarter, the Paloma project, a high sulfidation gold-silver project in Chile. And last but not least, we're very active on the M&A front. Endeavour has made 5 asset-level acquisitions in its history. Our investment thesis is to buy cheap during the bear market when prices are low and bring the money and the expertise needed to make new discoveries, fast-track the development of new mines, and grow our company organically. Through the development of Terronera and Parral, we think we can more than double our production and half our costs. Through the drilling of our projects in Mexico and Chile, we see a new crop of world-class ore bodies in our future. Thank you very much.